Well, here we are testing the brand new Sigma 200mm f2. This could prove to be an amazing lens for 2025 and beyond. Now, I am testing it on my Panasonic S5, so autofocus tests might be a bit tricky, but I will jump out the frame while checking on the app. I do like the app. Let's get out of frame, and it doesn't seem to have got onto the lead. No, I'm just going to get back in the frame and see if it grabs me. Yeah, it's grabbed me, sure enough. Is there any focus breathing to talk about? Will it grab my hand? Well, it's a bit tricky doing a focus test on the S5. I am going to jump out one more time and then see it goes straight to that leaf. Now I'm going to touch the screen to get it to go somewhere near the back. It is rather awkward, but we're looking for focus breathing more than anything. No, not having much joy there. Let's just let's just get back in the screen. And hello, I'm over here. There we go. Right, that's that. Let's look at this beast up close and then get out and have some fun. It's not really built for this kind of thing at all, but you know we like to test from the get-go. Yeah, somebody send me an S5 Mark II, please. I do love a Sigma bag. Look at that. I like that screw. That is a very tidy bit of detail. Now, there's no opening on the hood, but it is a nice chunky feeling thing. Nice metal there, and sure clicks, so you can feel that you're lining up. Happy with that. Weather resistant structure, all made in Japan. There's the S for sport. Absolute chunky beast, weighing 1,820 grams. Now let's pop this off again because we've got to look in here. 105mm filter thread, beautiful. We've got the afield buttons, nice clicky iris ring 2 to 22, and then the A has that extra bit of give there. We do have a lock for, he says, we do. Is it locked there? Oh yeah, of course the lock is for the automatic section. I'm losing the plot. It's rather hot these days. Manual focus, for what it's worth, is decent, nice. Everything's internal, of course. Autofocus switch, nice and sure. Full 3 meters to infinity, and then 1.723 meter there. 2 OS levels there. 2 custom switches there, and you can click and declick the aperture ring. That is rather tasty. Now there's 11 diaphragm blades, 19 elements in 14 groups. A lot going on. This could be fun. 12.3 angular view. Let's just pop this onto my S5. There it is. Absolute monster. I do like black lenses, but of course this is designed for a different user. It's fine. It is absolutely fine, and it fits and feels great. It feels really well built, as you would hope, but we need to give it some thorough use before we can conclude on that regarding build and handling, and of course all the other important bits like image quality to come. So let's get on with the rather random testing. Over 1,300 test shots later, how do I feel about build and handling? Well, this is the pro level lens that you'd hope for. It feels solid, everything is where it needs to be, and it's very, very easy to work with on the go. Now, most of the shots in this video were taken handheld or at most resting on a fence, and it just performed perfectly. Of course, it's big, it's heavy, but everything just handles really well. Small point, the lens is not compatible with Sigma teleconverters. That's going to disappoint some on the L mount side. Hopefully something changes, but that's a story at the point of launch, as stated to me by Sigma in an email the day before release, about an hour ago at this point of recording. Autofocus is close to excellent, even on my S5, and should be basically spot on with a newer body, where even shots like the ones we tried in the intro would be much easier to do. I imagine the autofocus will also get a bit of a tweak via firmware as the hardcore users get into this thing and start working with it and pushing it to the limits over the next 6 months or so. OS modes work a treat, and I've got zero complaints about it. Performs even on my S5 in conjunction with the camera IBIS. Sharpness edge to edge is excellent, in no small part thanks to there being no noticeable field curvature, and that's shooting f2. To get the maximum quality, you're probably stopping down to just about 2.8 f4, and that's being picky. This is all about the f2, and you're very happy at f2, aren't you? Yeah. Anyway, color rendering very good, and contrast excellent. Chromatic aberration barely present. Even then, you've got to really go hunting for it. I'm not seeing any vignetting of note. Ghosting, flare also sees excellent performance. Finally, before my arm gets tired, bokeh. And I imagine there's going to be people going wild over the bokeh, but for me, it is really good. I don't think it's the best out there, but you know, the image quality, quite frankly, is excellent. It's not magical, that's what I'm trying to say, but it is first class. And this lens deserves a good 6 months testing. So if Sigma, if you're listening, don't pick this up tomorrow. I'm gonna need more time, a lot more time, at least 6 to 12 months to get my thoughts together and put this video out properly. Yeah. At the point of recording, there is nothing to match this lens on the market for L-mount and Sony shooters. But if the Laowa AF200mm f2 comes out anytime soon, then it'll be worth comparing the two if you're a Sony shooter, that is. Now, at a healthy £2,999, I'd say this lens is very much worth buying if you need the focal length, the speed, and can live without teleconverters. Compared to similar lenses, albeit on other mounts, it's a very decent price for what it offers. Now, I can see this becoming a highly sought after lens, and as I've said, frankly, I don't want to send it back. Now, this is a very, very feature-packed lens aimed at a certain set of photographers, so there's a lot more that can be said about this lens, and so it's over to you in the comments to let us know what you think, especially once you've had your hands on it. Until the next time, take it easy.